I had this mulch kit installed, right? And I showed that in my last video. It's cool, but it's constant maintenance of cleaning up that buildup of the grass, right? Mulch clippings and all that. So today, I went ahead and I took it off and I cut the yard, and I actually, it performed better. It was easier to cut. And I'll explain what I'm going to do with the lawnmower. What I'm hoping is going to be, but it's have to be a custom build because they do not make the hatch, right? The chute closure that I'm looking for my lawnmower yet. They don't make one. So this is a lawn. You can see it's fighting. It's trying to go dormant. It's trying to stay green. Doesn't know what to do. Alright, so on my lawnmower, to make a chute closure, they say they sell these chute gates, right? You put it on there and you open and close it. It's not really a mulcher, but it's not really a side discharge. It's kind of a mulcher, but it doesn't perform like the mulcher did. This thing was awesome. Wood mulch. It made the blades individually, and it would mulch really good. It's just, it had a lot of buildup, and the lawnmower would, you know, you would hit 6 inches of grass and it almost wanted to bog down because it's fighting. Each individual blade is fighting. So what I want to do is make a custom chute blocker. So just put it here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be using this, I don't know what I did with it. This 1x6. Alright, I already cut it down to the size I need. I need to sand it and paint it, of course. But it's going to go something like that. And what I'm using are these brackets. And hopefully these brackets are long enough. I really don't want to run into town right now. So, and it doesn't look like they are going to be long enough. It looks like, see that clears it right there, but when you put it up here, can't really do it with 2 hands. Let's see if I can. See how it's barely gonna be there? It's not gonna be able to screw and catch. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to thin this piece out, this area out where this bracket's gonna go, and shorten that so that it all fits. Alright, so I got the board, I got the sander, I got the idea in my head. Hopefully it'll work out. Alright, so I put the brackets in place. Not the prettiest job, but again, I'm the only one that's going to do it. Now, thinking about putting the wood filler and filling in wood, but come on, I'm going to be the only one that sees it literally. So this is how it's going to fit or sit. So it matched up perfect. So there's a little gap here, but that I can't do nothing about. That's factory. That was the cut for the chute that it came with, but everywhere else it's matching up. So all I got to do is put a little marker point on it and drill it, and put a little sealer in there so it doesn't rust, and paint it. And that's going to be my chute blocker. It's not a permanent, it's a bolt on. Yeah, I could have used a hinge and some kind of a locking mechanism to open and close it. But like I said, I had the mulcher on there forever. This is kind of like that, just gives me a bigger cut. So I'll show you the end product here soon. Alright, so I used some bed liner, Rust-Oleum truck bed coating for this part. I'm not going to go ahead and do the wood fill. I'm just going to leave it like that as is. I had to drill out these holes bigger for the bolts I'm going to be putting in place, which are going to be, so it's going to be this pre-drilled hole. I mean, not pre-drilled, I drilled that one and that one. So I'm going to put a little bit of sealer in there, just to stop the rust from starting, which it doesn't really matter. But I think it's gonna turn out all right. I'll show you the end product here in a little while. All right, so I've mounted it. It's a simple little project. There is a tiny gap in there, you can see it, and that's as close as I could get it due to this one hitting here without any modifying it, but I'm not worried about that. Little dust pickup or whatever, I'm not worried about that. It's just to block most of the side discharge gas. So that's a cheap, this literally cost me $0. I had the nuts, I had the bolts, I had the bracket, I had the piece of wood. This literally cost me $0, well, to date. Simple job, took about 30 minutes. I didn't even let the paint dry. I mean, look, I was eager to put it on there. I want to go try it real quick. Don't care about the paint, don't care, you know, it's gonna be me looking at this, and it just bothers me when all the side discharge flies into my garden beds and all that stuff, so my mulched areas. And spring's coming around, so I'm gonna fix all that and do a bunch of stuff, and I don't want those clippings in there. So it's just something I had to do, something I wanted to do. A simple little quick fix. So that's pretty much it. Of course, I made a mess on my bench, so I'm gonna clean that up, and y'all have a great day. Alright, so that actually did better than I expected it would. Now, there is, you can see this line right here. So, this line is what it's trying to do, a side discharge, but it can't because the blocker's there. So it's hitting the blocker and falling straight down. And I went in see, and you can't tell any other lines. There's a line there and a line there. And you can't really tell these lines here. You can tell there's a big line here, but for the most part, this is nothing. This is nothing compared to side discharge. You'd have all this, you know, the side discharge. You have all that debris sitting on top. So I'm actually pretty happy with this. This is pretty acceptable for a homemade little deal I made. As soon as a manufactured, machine-made chute blocker comes out, I probably will buy one. You know, but for right now, that is, I'm satisfied. So thanks for watching, guys. Did a quick project. Haven't been able to do much. It's shitty weather. It's cold. It's warm. It's cold. It's warm. The grass doesn't know whether to go dormant or come back alive. So I'm just gonna clean up some areas that I missed here, and weed eat, and call it a day. Thanks for watching. Oh, I started cleaning the fence line. Pretty cool. Got a big hole back there, almost like a lake. So hopefully all this rain is coming, it'll fill up. They finally put a plug on the drain over there. They had a drain going out towards the highway. They fixed that problem. The water was actually draining from here to the ditches in the highway, and it's supposed to drain from the ditches in the highway this way. And it was actually a higher spot here than it was that way. So they dug the ditches deeper at the highway. They put a L drop off, so the water cannot go that way. So it has to only come this way. So that's pretty cool. And hopefully we'll have some water back there. So now I'm cleaning the fence line so I can actually have that water view once that's done. So thanks for watching, guys.